Does this look like corn or grapes? The wrinkled bark of a tree, or something else entirely? These sculptural paintings are the work of interdisciplinary artist Lucy Kim.
Because we see so fast, and we're actually being trained to see faster and faster from our phones, social media, all this stuff. It's a way to slow, without saying, slow down, you know?
These patterns play with our perceptions, says Kim, an associate professor of art at Boston University.
But when they're extracted out of context, they suddenly look very abstract. You get to it eventually, but it takes a second. So think about pattern recognition, illusion, distortion.
At her studio in Somerville, Kim works with paint, resin molds, and biological media.
The idea of the inventor was so fascinating to me as a kid. I really love coming up with something that wasn't there before, and I think that's the draw of art for me.
Some of Kim's work involves screen printing genetically modified bacteria. As it grows, the bacteria produces melanin, the pigment that determines humans' skin, eye, and hair color. This piece shows hands holding a vanilla flower, an idea inspired by the work of Edmond Albius, who was enslaved on the French island of Réunion in the 1800s.
Edmond Albius discovered the artificial pollination method that allowed vanilla to become a major European export. Vanilla flowers are still pollinated the exact same way.
Kim also makes artistic statements that can be unsettling to some, but humorous as well. These are stretched out resin molds of real people, a plastic surgeon, a fitness trainer, and a geneticist.
It's cosmetic, and then muscular, and then cellular. I wanted to take their bodies and, you know, play with it, but also thinking about how we appear and how, in some ways, those things are becoming more and more malleable.
I don't know anyone who does work like the way Lucy makes work. She is just an exciting artist to watch.
Ing-Ru Chen is founder and CEO of the Praise Shadows Art Gallery in Brookline's Coolidge Corner. Kim's solo exhibit, Pigment Spells, is on view here.
The labor that is at the background of what you see here is so intensive. Every time I look at these paintings, I see something different. You know, the tricks of the eye that she's really thinking about here are really fun to be able to observe in person.
Chen opened Praise Shadows Gallery in 2020 after moving back to her hometown of Brookline from New York, where she spent 2 decades in the art world.
The name comes from a book called In Praise of Shadows, and there's a beautiful quote that says, "Were it not for shadows, there would be no beauty."
Shadows and texture draw the eye to this piece by Kim, who painted a resin mold of sand on a beach in Lynn, Massachusetts.
The texture is literally lifted from the sand. You can see elements such as these clamshells. It's almost like an impressionist painting. You have to take steps back to see the whole picture.
There was a period of time when the sand is wet and very hard, like almost to the point where it wouldn't record a footprint. And that was the magical zone where I could pour silicone and make a mold.
For Kim, this is art that activates the imagination as well as challenges it.
Coming up with new thoughts or new connections between things, combining materials in unexpected ways, and seeing it come into existence. There's something really magical about that.
Her work is really cool. And Lucy Kim's exhibit at Praise Shadows Gallery runs through next week, June 27th.
Right, as we said, the gallery itself is right in the heart of Coolidge Corner. And what they say is families will often be walking by, but it's the children who stop and stare in the window, fascinated by what's inside.
It's amazing.